What's up? Good morning, everyone. Happy Wrestlemania weekend. Can you all hear me good? What's up, Cheeky Channel? What's up, Swift? Good morning, Anita. Yeah, today we're going to go over night one from last night of WrestleMania. I'll let some people come in. Give it another minute or so. What up, Swift? What's going on? Chick, you want me to drop the link for you? All right, let me get situated here. I'm going to drop the link down for you, Miss Chicky. I think it went to the private chat. Hold on. My bad. Why is it not sending? All right, one moment here. Hold on. I'm going to send it to your all right, did you I sent it to your IG. All right.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up? Happy WrestleMania weekend.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah. All right, let's jump right into this. Yeah, last night we had night one of our Wrestlemania. Now, is the music too loud for everyone?
Yes.
Oh, it's too loud?
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn it down. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. All right. Got that set up right. Let me see who's up in this chat here. Good morning to Anita Sweet. I'm not familiar with your name, but welcome. Got Miss Chicky in the house. Got Swift. All right, last night we started off with the match with John Cena versus Austin Theory. Now, everybody knows that's been keeping up with WWE that Austin Theory is like, he's like the new young guy, and John Cena, he's the veteran now. So I didn't really see Cena coming out on top for this match because I saw it as him pretty much passing the torch to Austin Theory. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I wanted to see John Cena punish him more than he did.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been a little over 20 years since Cena started. Like, I remember that night he went on the SmackDown to challenge Kurt Angle's open challenge, and he smacked him in the face. He's like, this is ruthless aggression. I'm John Cena. So, and fast forward to now, he gets, he's balding at the top there. He's still in great shape.
That was so distracting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It could have been something. He could have blackened that spot up or something. I guess I don't know. But
Something.
yeah. So they pulled the little cheap tactic, for Austin to pull off the win.
Of course.
So I'm trying to remember, how did he cheat?
Low blow.
Oh yeah, he gave Cena the low blow, and one that the referee was knocked down too. Yeah. So and then he ended up picking him up and put that the A-Town down finisher on him and pinned him 1, 2, 3. He's still the WWE United States Champion, Austin Theory.
Yeah, I was disappointed in that match. I wanted Cena to punish him some more, teach him a lesson.
Hey, all right. The next match we had Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, I think this is about the third time Logan Paul fought a match in WWE, and he looks very impressive, very athletic. And much in shape, young guy. The last match we saw him in was the Royal Rumble match when him and Ricochet did that Spider-Man. It was from rope to rope collision into the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that was great.
Like that impact, the impact from that collision was just so loud.
That was the best part.
Oh yeah.
That's about the only thing I remember from it.
Swift718 says that let me see if I can highlight it. I can put it on the screen. Hold on, let me go back to okay, here we go. I gotta do it from here. Cena needs to cop some shoe polish for that bald spot. Oh my god. Oh man. Let me go back to my notes here. Yeah, so you know, Logan Paul and The Miz had their partnership in the past, but I don't know. Paul ended up turning bad guy for some reason. I guess he wanted more of the spotlight for himself or whatever, and then him and Seth Rollins had like a little rivalry going on. Very athletic match. There was a few near falls. Then he hit him with the pedigree at one time, and he kicked out of it. And it's crazy too that Logan Paul, he does a very good buckshot lariat that the cowboy from AEW, Adam Page, excuse me. So Seth Rollins ended up picking up the win after a crazy curb stomp.
That was crazy. But what was crazier than that is what Seth had on.
Oh yeah, he had on all that hot pink, the pants,
and that red robe thing.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah. All right, the third match we had Damage Control with leader Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai versus Lita, Trish Stratus, and Becky Lynch. And it was a 6-woman tag match. There was a lot of back and forth going on there. Lita and Trish still looking good. You know, they're like in their mid to late 40s now, and you know, I like to see the legends come there and stuff like that, and they come and help out the younger women, the younger talent, be mentors and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah, Becky, Trish, and Lita ended up picking up the win.
I figured they would.
Yeah, it was a crazy ending. They put their finishers on 2 of the girls, and then Becky had looked like Bailey was gonna put a superplex. No, I think she was trying to do the Bailey to Bailey on Becky off the top rope, but Becky countered it and ended up putting her into the manhandler. So it's pretty much her version of the rock bottom off the top rope, and pinned Bailey. I don't know what's been going on with Bailey. She's been losing a lot lately.
Yeah. I don't care for her anymore anyway.
I still like Bailey, man. She always reminded me of the old school NXT back when it was super hot. Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. Bad Bunny, back to that Seth and Logan Paul match. What's his name? KSI. He was inside this costume. This was some kind of bottle, like a bottle costume or something, and he ended up getting dragged on top of a commentary table, and Logan Paul did a flying elbow drop on him by accident. Because I guess he was already in mid-flight right when he got switched and put on the table.
That was funny.
Yeah, and Bad Bunny was trying to hold something back away. Then he tried to hold back. Let me see what Swift said. Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, and Pat McAfee got no business being as good as they are in the ring. They are better than a lot of the trained NXT prospects. That's facts right there, man. Like when Pat McAfee first had his match back in NXT when he had his feud against Michael Cole, he was very impressive. And we found out that he had his own wrestling ring and did his own training and stuff like that. So, yeah. Bad Bunny, he did fine for what he did. He wrestled at it was WrestleMania last year. So he's more like a high flyer type cruiserweight. Yeah, Logan Paul did phenomenal work, and each time he's inside the WWE ring.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
I wanted him to win.
If all three of them fought each other, that'd be a crazy triple threat match. It'd be like a celebrity triple threat match or something like that.
That would be good.
All right. Our fourth match here, we have Dominic Mysterio versus his father, Rey Mysterio.
Dominic got off easy. He should have beat him longer with that belt.
Yeah, this match is, let me see here. Do you think Vince is responsible for bringing back Lita and Trish? I don't see why he wouldn't have, but he is back some way, and backstage they've saying something about him having some 2-year contract or something like that. I gotta look back into it. Oh, thank you. Nice meeting you. And subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Have a wonderful day. And this stream is brought to you by Susosu Mineral Water, where you can go to susosuwater.com, and at checkout you enter Wolfman15 to save 15% off of your order. All right. So we have Rey versus Dominic. This match has been built up for quite a long time. They first were father and son tag team. They were tag team champions at one point, weren't they? And then as the story progressed, I guess Dominic got tired of being in his father's shadow, and he felt that his father was being too overprotective of him. And so he ended up getting corrupted by Rhea Ripley. They had a relationship going on there with Judgment Day. So he pretty much got abducted by them and ended up turning bad guy and turned against ended up turning against his own father because he's around the bad influence.
But why did he turn on his mother and his sister? That didn't make any sense.
I guess it's just casualties of war, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, but it was because all along Rey didn't want to fight him. He didn't want to fight his own son. He kept getting provoked, and so he ended up. It was the last straw on SmackDown last Friday night, where he got up into his mom and sister's face and told her to shut up. Well, he snatched the microphone from her because she was about to tell him something. She said, "Dominic," and he snatched the mic from her and yelled, "Shut up!" in her face. So that's when Rey just came down and knocked him down on his behind in front of everybody, and the crowd just went crazy.
Yeah.
And the match was finally made between Rey and Dominic. So, during the match, Dominic had his weasel tactics and stuff. There's a lot of back and forth going on with them. Dominic's only 25 years old too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was just crazy seeing them two put the 619s on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything you want to add to it?
Well, I wish his mother would have punched him in his face. when he told her to shut up? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Then when he threw that water in his sister's face or whatever she was drinking, she should have hit him too.
Oh yeah. And that
That's
was last
crazy.
night too when he threw the water in her
Yeah.
face.
Yep. So I don't think he got punished enough by his parents.
Man.
Ray should have beat him a little longer with that belt.
Oh yeah, he had him in the corner with the belt. Yeah. Man. So yeah, Ray ended up picking up the win.
Which I knew he would.
Mm-hmm.
That Dominic could think twice now about being a smart ass to his father.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Man, there was just so much going on last night with that match. I'm trying to remember the exact ending to it. It'd have been crazy if Ray would have lost and then he ended up retiring or whatever since he was in the Hall of Fame, which I still got to check that out.
Yeah. But he couldn't have retired without beating Dominic. That wouldn't have been right.
Yeah.
He had to beat him and show him some respect. Because that's what he needs. He needed a good ass whipping.
I watched the whole match all the way through. I'm still having trouble having to remember how the match ended.
I don't remember either. I was too wrapped up in Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah, that's the next match right there.
Yeah.
No, they were supposed to have their match back in 2020, but everybody knows what happened. You know, it had to get canceled during lockdown,
Right.
in the pandemic, because they were supposed to have a match down in Tampa for the they was gonna have like the big pirate ship and everything. That was gonna be her first WrestleMania, so it ended up getting canceled. And then she ended up being women's champion, but ended up losing it. And you know, it took a lot of shine away from Rhea Ripley back then because she was like the hot new star back then, straight out of NXT. You know, she was a huge star down there. She barely lost down there. So this is their way of making up for their WrestleMania that they didn't have back then.
Right.
I mean, they still had their match, but like it was, you know, they were stuck down in the Performance Center. They had to have WrestleMania in the Performance Center, which is so crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you know, we have Ripley versus Flair, two strong women. Ripley, I think she's the strongest of the two.
Yeah.
And there was quite a bit of near falls and near tap outs. I do remember the ending to this match here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, in this match, you know, Charlotte is booked as the baby face or the so-called fan favorite, and Ripley is the bad guy or the heel. But I see it. I don't know. I just see it the other way around. You know, I wanted
So
Ripley.
do I.
You know, because like Flair is. It's like she has stuff handed to her in a silver platter too much in the WWE. Like she could go and take a break for like 3 or 4 months, up to like 6 months, have surgery or something, or take a break and then come back and get a title match out of nowhere. Like with Liv Morgan, she had to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, you know, to get her title shot. So she ended up beating Ronda Rousey. Yeah, she ended up beating Ronda Rousey, but Charlotte, she comes back, get her title shot, and she ended up beating Rousey for the belt because I think Rousey ended up getting the belt back off of Morgan, if I remember correctly. So,
Yeah.
and then Charlotte's been on the main roster since 2016 or 15, somewhere around there, and she's already like a 15-time women's champion already.
That's crazy. I never liked her though, so I'm glad Rhea beat her.
So it's like she could be booked as the good guy on TV or whatever, but it's just like it's just not like just the way she carries herself. It's just not. It's not cheerable for me,
No,
doesn't give back to
she's not a good person.
Yeah,
She's very arrogant.
Yeah, she doesn't give back to the women's wrestling. Like she doesn't give back how like Sasha Banks was doing, and then like Bailey, Paige back then. The women's wrestling did a huge jump start after that match with Sasha and Bailey at their NXT takeover way back in 2015. That match was so good. Oh my god. That was back when Bailey put that reverse hurricanrana on Sasha Banks, and like she just flew backwards, almost landed on top of her head. Like
yeah,
those matches was crazy back then. So thinking the top rope, Charlotte was trying to put some move on Ripley and Rush. Ripley she was sitting on the top rope, the top turnbuckle, and she ended up countering and picking up Charlotte and putting her into that punch slam she does. I forgot the name of it. They called it it's the Avalanche Riptide. It's the Riptide.
Oh, okay.
The top rope is called the Avalanche Riptide. Yeah. I was like, man, she ain't kicking out of that one this time. But Charlotte did kick out the regular Riptide earlier in the match, though. I don't think anybody kicked out of that before. And I forget that Rhea Ripley has another move, that submission move, where she does like it looks like a Texas cloverleaf.
Mm-hmm.
But your opponent is like on their hands crawling forward, upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah. She tapped a lot of people out with that. So it's cool that she's the women's champion now. Anybody but Charlotte, man.
I know. Swift says the same thing I do. Charlotte is useless.
Now, let me see what's up in this chat. Charlotte is useless. She was a good talent a few years ago, but now she's just a chucker, a ball hog, and doesn't do anything to make other women stars. Exactly.
Yep. It's all about Charlotte.
And it's all about who we like.
That's why I'm glad she got beat, because I don't like her.
Yeah. All right. The crowd went crazy when she won that match. I was AT that NXT takeover. Oh wow. Swift says he was at the NXT takeover Brooklyn in 2015. That Sasha versus Bailey match. Yeah, I remember that takeover good too, because I was down at a buddy of mine's house for it was the Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao match, and we was also down there for I think we was checking out we went to the Straight Outta Compton movie down there, and then we went to the rest in peace to John Witherspoon. We went to his stand-up comedy show down there at the Funny Bone, which was hilarious. Oh my god! Like we was like in the front, we was like in the first row too. I got his autograph, and I took a picture with him. He signed the picture, and he signed my my Friday DVD cover.
That was cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was from Detroit too. We chatted a little bit, and yeah. Now the sixth match here, we have Sami Zayn. Let me see here. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team title belts.
No, it was another match before that. Braun, Ricochet, and the Viking Raiders, and
Oh, that's not on my list here.
yep. I remember that because I wanted Braun and Ricochet to win, but the Street Profits won.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of flying around in that match, and then don't let the Viking Raiders, they look big and heavy, but don't let their appearance fool you, because they was flying around like crazy back when it was in NXT and even before WWE. So yeah, I remember the ending to that match too, because trying to remember who got pinned, but there was like almost like in a code breaker position with one of the prophets, the taller one, not Montez Ford.
I never remember the
Dawkins.
other one's name. What's his name? Oh yeah, Dawkins.
Yeah. So like he was like stretched across his knees while his knees was up, and then Ford did like a very high flying 5-star frog splash.
Yeah.
And it ended up picking up the win.
Yep. I was glad they won too, but I really wanted Braun and Ricochet to win.
I think Ricochet was the one that got pinned, right? I think it was him.
I don't even remember.
And I know you remember your Strowman Express, him running around.
Yes, that I remember.
Yeah, so it was the Street Profits, Ricochet, and Strowman.
Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy.
Yeah, so it was a fatal 4-way tag match there.
Yeah.
To win the upcoming, Chad Gable needs to win the upcoming King of the Ring and get a chance to hold the Rock. And people that's catching the replays, or people who all are watching, hit the like button for me. That'll help a lot with this channel. Hit that subscribe button. I have wrestling drawing demos. We're gonna do some more wrestling recaps. This is our first recap for the WrestleMania 2023 Night 1. Let me see here. Now we have. This should be the main event here. Now we have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the tag team.
I was disappointed.
You was disappointed?
Yeah, I wanted the Usos to win.
And they done had the belts for about almost 3 years now. Yeah, they said
that's
like
good.
Yeah, but this whole, before we even get to this match, like this whole bloodline storyline with Sami Zayn as the honorary Uso and everything, that whole drama and the suspense and everything was really good.
Yeah,
just great storytelling. Like at the beginning, Sami Zayn was trying to prove his loyalty to get inside the bloodline, to be close to the Roman Reigns and stuff like that. He was cool with everyone else except for Jey Uso. He just kept being suspicious of him because, their rivals is Kevin Owens, which was his ex-best friend of Sami Zayn.
Kevin isn't anybody's friend. He turns on everybody.
Yeah, he turns on everybody. Hey, what's up, CC? Good morning. I would book a 32-man King of the Ring tournament to reinvigorate the roster. Gunther, Sheamus, Gable, Otis, Balor, AJ Styles, Nakamura, Matt Riddle. I don't even know where Nakamura is. Austin Theory, Damian Priest, Karrion Kross, Ali.
I was wondering where he is too.
I don't know. But anywho, they had the match. What was that? Was that War Games? Where they beat up? No, they did have a War Games match where he had like gave Kevin the big boot, and they ended up winning the match for his team, you know. And then Royal Rumble, they beat up Kevin Owens so bad, and
good.
Sammy told Roman, that's enough, and you proved your point. So Roman handed him the chair while they was beating him down, and he told him to do it, and he didn't want to do it, and it was like Roman was bullying him into finishing off the job to beat up his ex-best friend. So it was Roman and the Usos. I think there was 3 of them in the ring, and they was looking at Kevin, and Sammy was behind Roman with the chair, and he hit Roman in the back with the chair, and
all hell broke loose.
Yeah, and they all started beating him up except for Jay, and so Jay just walked out on everybody and left. So that was like that cliffhanger there. So that was Royal Rumble. We fast forward to today. I'm sure we're missing something during Elimination Chamber, because that is in between Royal Rumble and. But they ended up eventually being friends again to take on the Bloodline, because they both had such history against the Bloodline, and they was not unable to defeat them on their own. So yeah, but if I was Sami Zayn, I still wouldn't trust Kevin Owens, even though they still, because he turns on everybody.
Yeah, so, he's going to turn on Sami Zayn. That's what he does.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted them to lose. Kevin ain't nobody's friend. Kevin is for Kevin.
Yeah, so they ended up hugging it out recently on broadcast television.
I didn't trust that either.
So they gave each other the custom T-shirts. I think was it KO Mania? And,
it was WrestleZania.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So so this match was a really good match. Man, it was a lot of kickouts too. They kicked out of, I think Sami Zayn kicked out of the 1D, the one and done.
Yeah,
first time somebody kicked out of that. People was kicking out of stunners, and so like man, it was some crazy high fly spots there. Lots of super kicks going on. You get kicked in the face.
Kevin went through the table
at the same time multiple times and still kicks out of it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What'd you say about the table?
Didn't they throw Kevin through the table? Kevin had one of the Usos up on the table, and then the other one came out, and he kicked Kevin and then threw him through the table, I think. Which I was glad. Kevin deserved that.
Man. So towards the end of the match, it was mostly Sammy and Jay in the ring, and he had Jay in the corner and gave him the haluva kick, and he didn't let him fall down. Like, he fell to his knees a little bit, but he held him up, and like he just looked at him and like in disgust or whatever, because they were supposed to have been buddies. And even before this match or whatever, like Jay ended up turning on on Sami Zayn, because they was like kind of like allies or whatever. Like Jay was kind of like on his, he kind of went rogue. Like you didn't know whose side he was going to be on. Was he going to stick with his family or be with Sami's side? So
Right.
you know, Jimmy was thinking he had to defend his tag belts by himself or whatever, but he ended up joining with them. But so even before that, like he was gonna, like he hugged Jay in the ring, and he left him, like he abandoned him in the ring, went out to Sami out standing out in the ramp, and this was like on a Raw like a couple weeks ago, and he gave him a hug or whatever, and he stood back and looking at Jimmy, and then Sami looked back, and Jay gave him a super kick. So that's when he had turned on, he turned on their so-called alliance, and he went back with his family with the bloodline, and that's what set up this match with him.
Yeah.
And, he became buddies again with Kevin Owens, and they tagged up to take on the Usos. So we fast forward to the end of the match. Like he gave him one hook kick, held him up, looked at him. He put him back in the corner again, gave him another one. And then I think he put him in another corner or something, or just kept him there and gave him one more Luva kick.
Yeah, he kept him there and gave him 3.
Yeah, and then Jimmy got the stunner, and Sami pinned Jay, and you have your new undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions after about almost 3 years.
Yeah. It's got to be a rematch.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
It was a good match, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the best. I think that was the best, and Rhea and Charlotte. Those were my favorite.
Yeah, the thing with Charlotte, man, like I can't stand when she has her opponent on the outside of the ring, and then she climbs the top rope and jump off and do like that. She does like that tornado flip in the air and land on her opponent, but she lands on her feet. Like I'm scared she's gonna break her legs when she jumped down there that hard like that.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy, man.
I'm just glad she lost. Maybe she'll get some humility now.
Yeah, so you have your new tag team champions. They was in the ring celebrating, the crowd going crazy, and it went off the air. That was a really good show. You could tell that even when I was looking at I was listening to other people, they were saying that like it kind of gave it it kind of had like that takeover feel to it a little bit.
Right. Excuse the neighbor cutting their grass.
Oh, okay. Man. So trying to think. I think that tag match is my favorite. I think, yeah.
Yeah. I was just disappointed, but hopefully there will be a rematch and the Usos will win the belt back. Hopefully.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen right now.
Either that or Kevin Owens is going to turn on Sami Zayn. You know that's coming.
No, it's too soon for that. And there's really no reason for that to happen anyway.
But it will eventually. You know Kevin.
Yeah, he turned on so many people in the past. All right, I'm trying to pull up the list for night 2 here. We do like a quick we could do a quick predictions if you want.
Okay.
All right, we have the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match with Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes. He's been treated like the big knight in shining armor to take down the big evil tribal chief. Because you don't really have anybody else right now that's able to do it, like storyline wise. You know, you had other people that had their chances, but they ended up losing.
Right.
And, I admit I was one of the guys that was you all check out my I have a video of doing a drawing of Cody Rhodes. You all check that out and give it a like. We did a demonstration with me and Chicky here. So I admit I was one of the guys that was upset that Cody had left AEW, since he was one of the founding fathers of it.
Right.
If it wasn't for him and Tony Khan, like, AEW really wouldn't even exist. But he wanted to he wanted to win the WWE Heavyweight Championship, a thing that his father wasn't able to do. His father, the late great Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Cody with this one.
Me too.
Plus, there's been rumors talking about that Roman might be taking a break.
Yeah, he deserves one.
Okay. And before I go on to did you have any thoughts on this?
No, I think Cody's gonna win too, because like you said, Roman needs a break.
Oh, okay.
So this would be the perfect time for him to take a break.
And before we move on to our next prediction, I'll have a word with our sponsors. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody.
And we're back.
All right. And I wonder where everyone is at. Let me see what's going on in the chat. How you feeling today?
Okay. Just mad. The Usos lost.
They had a good run. They had they've been champions for almost 3 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I wanted Logan Paul to win. So I was sad about that too.
You don't got to be sad for that. Let's see here. All right, our next match here, and this is no particular order, it's just the list I'm going in. All right, we have the Raw Women's Championship between Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
That's a hard one because I like both.
Yeah, it is.
But I think I'm gonna go with Bianca.
Hey, Miss M, welcome. Yeah, we just going over. Well, we did the recap of WrestleMania Night 1 from last night. We're just doing our predictions for Night 2, which is tonight. And yeah, this match, I don't know who's going to win this one. I don't see Asuka. Like, Asuka is really built strong. And this is the Asuka we have here. This is the old Asuka we have here that was back in NXT when she was the pretty much undefeated back then.
Yeah.
And she wasn't all like, she was more serious back then. Like, you remember when they had her with the other she was part of the tag team to the Kabuki Warriors. And that really didn't last too long. I mean, it was the tag champions, but like the women's tag champions don't really mean too much at all.
Right.
The way they book their women there. Yeah, happy Sunday to you. Thanks for stopping by. I think Asuka is going to get it this time.
You do?
Yeah, because Bianca had her WrestleMania moment already.
Oh, okay.
Asuka ended up losing her WrestleMania a few years ago when they had Charlotte beat her, which was stupid.
Yeah.
Had her end her undefeated streak. If Bianca ends up pulling it out, it'd be by the skin of her teeth. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, like Asuka, she's the way she's built now, like she's more she's a bit more powerful than a lot of the other wrestlers there. Hey, what's up, Miss Kiana? How you doing? It's good to see y'all again. I know I've been away for a while. I've just been handling some behind the scenes stuff. I still been working on my art stuff and stuff like that. Trying to push out this water. Yeah. Shout out to Susosu Water. Yeah, I just been off to the side doing my own thing, you know, doing my art, wrestling, and stuff like that. All right, the next match we have. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one right here. The Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. I think Sheamus might get this one.
I want Drew to win.
Yeah. Only reason I think Sheamus is going to win this one is because he never held that belt before in his whole career in WWE. And the whole storyline is that because at first it was going to be only a one-on-one match, and Drew McIntyre came out on SmackDown. I do remember this because I was wondering why Sheamus was getting all pissed off at him. They're supposed to be buddies, you know.
Yeah.
So he was calling out Gunther for his Intercontinental belt, and then Sheamus was mad at Drew, and he told him he wanted to have that match because he never got the chance to win that belt before. So it was like a friction between the two, and they ended up having a match against each other, and the winner of that match will fight Gunther at WrestleMania for the belt, but ended up becoming Oh, I thought my music had stopped. It became a no contest because there was an interference by,
Mm-hmm.
by Gunther and his buddies out there. So they just decided to just make it a triple threat match.
Right.
I gotta go get ready. Happy. All right, Swift. Hey, I'll keep in touch with you, man, about the other stuff. You have a good one. Yeah. So yeah, this I know this is going to be a brutal match right here. It's going to be a lot of knife edge chops. Um, it's going to be a whole lot of bruised red chests from this match, especially Sheamus.
Scratches.
Yeah, Sheamus, his whole man. With his complexion, like he bruises very easily.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
No, not at all. Like you can slap his chest with your hand, and you can see the print there afterwards.
Yep.
All right, we have a Hell in a Cell match here at WrestleMania with Edge, Hall of Famer Edge versus Finn Balor in his Demon King form. Finally,
Yeah.
I think the last time that he fought in his demon form was against Roman Reigns, but he ended up losing that match. And it was kind of goofy how he ended up losing the match. Like, I think he like lost control of himself or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the heartbeats, you heard like a heartbeat going on, and he was like pulsating on the floor. I don't know, it was just something weird. Like he was on the top rope and he fell off the top rope because of some noise or something. It was just weird. But the Demon King Finn Balor, that character is much more powerful than his human form. So like he only lost like I guess twice now since the old NXT days, because he was the NXT champion down there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So like even in the video game, the Demon King Finn Balor has higher stats than his human form.
Wow. That's going to be a tough one. I want Edge to win,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this one either. I might just go with Finn Balor on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's still the young star and Edge is the veteran, so it's not going to do much for Edge if he wins. It's only going to hurt Finn Balor a little bit.
Right.
So, ever since Triple H came back to WWE last year, it was just a huge breath of fresh air for the whole product because, Triple H was really good at handling and managing NXT down there for so long before he got destroyed by your boy Vinnie Mac.
Not my boy.
Life sucks, and then you die. Oh man,
He just needs to retire and go somewhere.
I don't think that's going to happen because I think he done snuck his way back in the backstage somehow. I got to look into it. I saw some rumors about him signing something for 2 years with WWE.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
You should leave Triple H in charge.
Yeah, have him and Paul Heyman in charge of creative.
Right.
Because Heyman's really good. He does really good promo work and like some storyline stuff. Like back during the Ruthless Aggression area. I said area.
Era.
Yeah. the ruthless aggression era. This was like back in like 2002 to like 2005 or six or something around there, or 07. Them old SmackDowns was written. Those done by Paul Heyman back then. So you had like more of the wrestling. You had more wrestling on SmackDown, and then Raw was like more like story and stuff like that. And then like SmackDown was more better to watch too because Raw was just like taken over by Triple H. That was back when he was the champion with the Evolution, and it was like Triple H was unbeatable back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm picking Finn Balor for this match because it's time for him to get his big win. I always wanted him to get the Universal. He was the first Universal champion before he got injured. Well, he got injured right before he got the belt, and he had to relinquish it the next night.
Yeah. I'm still going with Edge.
Oh, okay.
With the underdog.
And then we got Brock Lesnar versus Omos, which was like something I really wasn't even following too closely. I think it's just a match thrown together for two big men to have a WrestleMania, and I know Vince McMahon is behind this match. I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar on this one. I don't see Brock losing to Omos on here.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I don't like Brock Lesnar, but I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, because it's only gonna be about showing off Brock Lesnar's strength and like his superhuman strength or whatever. I just see it as like a showcase match.
Right. I'll be surprised if he doesn't win.
All right, the next match we have here. Because Omos is not really a good wrestler either. He's just a big guy, like a really big guy.
Right.
Like he got his slams and his throws and his chops and big boots, but that's about it,
Yeah.
What's the other match here?
The women.
We have Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. What's this list here?
Liv Morgan and Raquel. Natalia and Shotzi. Is that her name?
Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh. And then Chelsea and Sonya. I'm going with Ronda and Shayna.
Oh, so that's like another fatal four-way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it like Carmella and Chelsea? They're a tag team, right?
I thought it was Chelsea and Sonya. Sonya Deville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ronda and Baszler.
Yeah.
They're like, especially Baszler. She's a Triple H gal.
Oh, okay.
she was women's champion down in NXT for a while. Like she barely lost down there. Making them tap out like crazy down there. Hey, if y'all like what's going on this morning here, hit that like button for me and subscribe, please. Yeah, so I think that's all the matches there on this list I have right here.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I see it right here. Yep, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi. And they just throw Natalia with anybody now. Like,
yeah.
Like, what happened to the other girl? I think I hope she's not injured again. Um, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Yeah, you was right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see Ronda and Shayna losing that one. Because, like, you know, Shayna was on the main roster for so long, they really wasn't doing much with her when Vince was in charge. Um, like they even had her like beat everybody in that a few years ago. They had her like tap out all the women inside the elimination chamber. Like he tore through all of them, and they didn't really do nothing with her. So I think this is her chance for her to get her to redeem herself.
Yeah.
Her and Ronda try to put like a reset to them. Yeah. So
Yeah, they need it. I really don't see any of the other ones winning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like they're, you know, Shayna and Ronda is like more legit fighters than the other ones.
Right.
Yeah, so that's everybody right there. Yeah, this main event. I think this is like one of the biggest main events right here because you know, Roman haven't been pinned for like almost 3 years now. But to be fair, like he really wasn't even on TV that much during the pandemic. He was home.
Yeah.
So how can you pin somebody and they sitting at home? So, and that was back when him and Goldberg was supposed to have that match, but like he stayed home, so it ended up being Strowman against Goldberg. And they didn't even explain why it happened. It was like, we have a change of plans. Now we have Braun Strowman against Bill Goldberg. It was like, wait a minute, what? And that was back when WWE was trying to pretend that they was trying to act like that the pandemic didn't exist.
Yeah.
It wasn't going on because they really wasn't mentioning anything about it on TV.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad we moved past them old them dark days, man. Like it just wasn't easy going through all those tough times back then. All I really had was like wrestling to watch and then the video games. But like, you know, I don't really play that much video games like I did like when I was like half my age. You know, and I played so much.
Yeah.
So, your turn.
No.
Oh man. I think that's all the matches for tonight. We might have another pre-show.
Yeah.
Man, I thought there'd been more people to come in. Hey, what's up? What's up, Mike? We got a new person in here. What's going on, man? We've been doing we did our WrestleMania recap from night one from last night, and we just wrapping up our predictions for night two tonight. WrestleMania out in Las Vegas, Hollywood. WrestleMania goes Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah, this main event is going to be crazy because, you know, Roman was like, he's pretty much storyline wise, he's kind of like a godlike character. Is like pretty much near invincible compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
And you know, Cody is he's like the new guy that has that experience. And you know, he has that lineage through his through his father.
Yeah, they both do.
Yeah, it's crazy too because he never even got to train with his own dad. because Dusty was in charge of NXT with with the directing and the producing backstage and the mentoring and stuff. Like he
Yeah.
did a lot of the backstage, and a lot of them saw him as their like their father figure or even like their grandfather figure. And it was a sad thing that he had passed away because they was all kind of like there was like family back then. That was back when NXT was like really good, man. Like
Yeah.
I did watch that Stand Up and Deliver. I missed that women's match, but they had some good matches there. Carmelo Hayes, like he stays on track, and
Yeah, I wanted him to win.
yeah, that was a crazy flying leg drop he did on that guy.
Yeah. I was surprised at the women's ladder match because usually I don't even watch the women wrestle,
Yeah.
but that was a good match.
See, the women down at NXT back when I was watching this stuff, like everybody down at NXT, like you could tell they had passion for what they did.
Yeah.
They was hungry for it. Like they so NXT is always kind of like their minor league show. Like it's supposed to be kind of like their minor league show, even though that show was better than the main roster, even at their own pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was surprised. That was a good pay-per-view. That was the first one I had ever watched.
Which one?
The NXT one, Stand and Deliver.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know anything about it until you told me about it because I don't watch NXT no more. And that was and it's been a while since I watched, like, and this is back when they had like the I was watching more AEW back and it was like when it was Dynamite against NXT. I was hardcore NXT back when it was on the WWE network for an hour, and then when they brought it on the USA for 2 hours to try to compete against Dynamite, I was like, man, why are they trying to do this, man? But it was Vince trying to do that, man. That was
Of
all
course
Vince.
it was.
Yeah, and then the pandemic happened, and the crowds were gone, and I was still hyped about AEW because it was like the new kid on the block,
Yeah.
and they didn't have an audience for a while, and then after a while they brought in the locker room, like the young talent and the trainees to come out and stand by in the first rows to give it some kind of crowd atmosphere. So that helped a little bit, and then months and months ahead, and they didn't start really. But it really wasn't that right away when they started bringing in crowds. Like every 2 weeks or every other week, they'll have like some crowds come in and sit in the crowds. But it was like in groups, like separated groups in the crowd.
Yeah.
But when they started doing that, because those are some dark times back then in 2020, man. Like it was so much. But like when I was watching AEW, that's kind of like my light to get through the week. Watch that and and then when the crowds start coming back, and then they start singing the Jericho theme music. It's starting to make me feel better. And then in 2021, that's when they had their first pay-per-view. They had their first event with the full crowd coming back to the Daily's place in Florida. Now, Florida was the only place that you could still film during the pandemic. That's how WWE had that Thunderdome, which I didn't care for. It was nice to look at first, but like just all those clowns up there on them screens, and then just the fake noises, like the fake crowd noises and stuff, and the fake wasn't doing it for me, man.
No, it wasn't the same. You got to have a crowd.
Yeah. And then Vince running creative just makes things worse. But I I was just so excited when they announced that Triple H was going to be head of creative and stuff last year. And I was like, man, we can have like NXT type shows on Monday and Friday nights now. Like it was just so exciting. Like back then during the pandemic, that was when I was like a super I was like a super fan, especially like for like AEW. Like I went to Blood and Guts and got the championship belt. Yeah.
I watched AEW in the beginning, but then I stopped watching it.
Like they was only around for like 5 or 6 months before the pandemic had hit, and it was and it was going off into a great start too. But like it just put a, lockdown just put a hold to everything.
Yeah.
But they did what they had to do to get past it, and I'm just glad all that stuff is over with now.
Me too.
And
Gotta
like,
have a crowd at wrestling.
yeah, and I'm kind of like a loner in real life anyway, so I'm used to like being to myself. But like after a while, like that option of not being able to go see your friends or whatever, like or like family members,
Mm-hmm.
that sucked a lot right there.
Yeah.
I like your avatar right there.
Thank you.
I don't think I saw that before.
I'm surprised it's showing because I had changed it, and now all of a sudden this one is showing. So I don't.
The last few times you were here, it was blank there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, let me run it. Get a word from our sponsor. I'll be right back. Susosu, hydrogen infused mineral water, body longevity, healthy hydration, and natural energy booster. Enter code Wolfman15 to save 15% off your order, along with free shipping. Excel beyond hydration. Susosu, hydrogen infused. All right. Welcome back. Wolfpac Maine here on our Chicky channel.
Yep.
Yeah, so WrestleMania, it was only they started doing a 2-night thing, the 2-night presentation idea from this came from the pandemic, because they were only allowed to back then they were only allowed to have a certain number of people inside the performance center back then.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like because lockdown happened in March, and then WrestleMania was like that next month, so it was like early it was the early lockdown when that happened.
Yeah.
So they had to split into 2 nights because they couldn't have everybody in the same building like that.
With all these matches, it should be 2 nights because that would be too much to watch in one night.
Unless they shorten the matches or something.
Yeah, it's better that it's 2 nights.
Yeah, because 6 and 7 hours, and that's including the pre-show. Yeah, because their pre-show was 2 hours yesterday, I think.
I didn't watch the pre-show.
Sometimes they have I don't even think they had a match during the pre-show.
I don't know. I had it on for a little while, but I turned it off.
That's a good thing too. That if you have a match on a pre-show, you're not going to get the royalties from the Well, this is back when they had like the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. Like you wouldn't get the royalties off of those unit sales because you wasn't actually on the telecast. You was on the pre-show, so that screwed people over back then.
Yeah,
but I don't remember any pre-show matches.
And Stand and Deliver, they had that's where I saw The Rock's daughter wrestle. That was the first time I had ever seen her.
Yeah, that's my first time seeing her wrestle in the ring too. Because I thought she was just a manager.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch NXT at all.
I don't either.
And sometimes they'll bring over main roster talent over there. Like New Day was over there.
They were?
Yeah. They was over there recently. Not even that many months ago.
Oh, okay.
Xavier and Kofi. Oh, my music. I like this beat right here. Well, anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it. Just waiting for tonight to see how many predictions I get wrong.
Okay. For those who's watching or catch the playback, hit the like button for me. Subscribe. This is my first wrestling recap video. I do play wrestling games. I have wrestling action figures and like the belt also. I have dog videos. I have art, painting, digital art, and painting videos, demonstrations. And I have videos of like some unboxings, and I share some of my Dragon Ball Z collection and my Ninja Turtle collection and stuff like that. So if you like fun stuff like that, hit the subscribe. And if you want some nice, refreshing mineral water, hit up susosuwater.com. You hit Wolfman 15 at the checkout counter to save 15% off of your order. Very delicious water. It has energy booster there, antioxidants, so it cleans your system out of any toxins. Like the cleanest taste, like you don't have no aftertaste at all, and they come in these pouches. And it's best to eat like super. It's best to drink super cold. and it's infused with hydrogen. So that pouch will hydrate your body the whole day. I usually drink one in the morning and then one in the evening. Very good stuff. So, Chicky, anything you wanna leave here?
That's it. Just
right,
waiting for tonight.
All right, I want to thank everybody that stopped by, and we'll do our next show. I'll post when we do our next show. I'm not sure if it'll be tonight or the next morning, but follow me on Instagram and on here, Wolfpac_Maine. All right. Let me go to here. And you all have a good weekend. Stay safe and enjoy WrestleMania Night 2. And we'll catch you all later.
Later.
Later.